This video is part of the course that is GraphQL with Spring Boot. Link for this course is given in the description. Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will install Project Lombok in our local machine and we will do configuration before we use Lombok in our Spring Boot application. So there are a couple of things before we use Lombok in our Java application or say Spring Boot application. So the first thing is we need to download Project Lombok from its official website. So this is the official website of Lombok. Go to this website and just click on the download and download this executable jar file. As I already mentioned that Lombok is built with Java, so this will download the executable jar file. So I have already downloaded this and here is that lombok.jar. So just open it. So by default, it will try to find the IDEs installed in your machine. So it may be possible that it is not detecting, or it may be possible that you have downloaded the zip file of your IDE and then extracted to a particular location. That's what I did. I have the zip file of STS and I have extracted it to the particular location. So don't worry, just click on this OK and here you can specify the location of your IDE. So let's go for it. So here is my location for STS IDE. So just copy this path. You don't need to include the exe file and go to the Lombok, specify location. Here provide the path and select. See, it is automatically detecting the exe file of our IDE. So in our case, we have STS. Now click on install update. Yes, installation is successful. But if you see, there are a couple of steps that it is suggesting. The first step is we need to add Lombok jar in our project. So we are going to add Lombok Maven dependency in our Spring Boot application. So this is applicable to any of your Java application. And then we need to restart our IDE. So in our case, we will restart STS and then we need to build the project. So just quit the installer and let's go to STS. So the first thing is we need to add Lombok dependency in our Spring Boot application. So this is the pom.xml and you need to add Lombok dependency in that. Now the second step is you need to restart the IDE. So for that, go to the file, click on exit and then start STS again. So make sure you restart your IDE by using file, then exit and then restarting it. Don't just directly close from here and then restart your IDE. Now the next step is that after restarting the IDE, we need to build our Spring Boot application. So for that, right click on it and go to run as Maven build. So that is basically MVN clean install. So let's quickly repeat what are the steps we need to do. The first is we need to download the lombok.jar from the official website. We need to select the IDE. If that is not appearing, then provide the path to your IDE. In our case, we will provide the path to STS. Then we need to add Lombok dependency in our pom.xml for the Spring Boot application or any other Java application. In our case, we have Spring Boot application. Then we need to restart our IDE by going to file, exit and then again start the STS. After restarting the STS, we need to build our Spring Boot application using Maven build, that is MVN clean install. So these are the steps you need to follow before we start the next lecture. So make sure you follow all these steps before we start the next lecture. If you like the video, then please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video, do comment in the comment section and share with your friends. Do you want to learn GraphQL? If yes, then I'm having complete course on it, that is GraphQL with Spring Boot. This course covers what is GraphQL query, mutation, schema, and the difference between GraphQL API and REST API. This course also covers the real-time implementation of GraphQL with Spring Boot. This course also includes how to use Project Lombok with Spring Boot application. So, what are you waiting for? The course link is given in the description. Just click on that link and start your journey of GraphQL with Spring Boot. We'll see you in the another video. Till then, happy learning and happy coding.